Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
Career you choose, you should probably look at what the career earnings are of going into that field. What I'll also say is this: every single one of you WNBA players, you better pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured, because she's keeping your league afloat.
That bold, and let's be honest, somewhat unrealistic statement from Angel Reese sent social media into a frenzy, though likely not in the way she intended. The backlash was swift, but no response hit harder than Patrick Bet-David's. Instead of simply clapping back, he systematically dismantled her argument with cold, hard financial facts. And trust me, once you hear the full truth behind this controversy, you'll never see Angel's stance the same way again.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they're going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us. No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt. They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are. I need to get in the. I need to get in the field. You need to come to the meetings. I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out. That's a possibility for real.
Here's the deal: Angel Reese, the so-called Bayou Barbie turned pro basketball player, is now pushing for WNBA players to sit out if they don't get paid more. Yes, you heard that right. Someone still working on making layups without hitting the bottom of the backboard is already talking about shutting down the league. Patrick Bet-David's reaction, a mix of disbelief and laughter. And honestly, can you blame him?
You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life. But go, Rob, just go, give this feedback. Give this feedback here. Go for it.
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period.
Layups? Bang! What do you mean? She's our double-double queen! Bang! What they say, if it's broke, don't fix it. Bang! Teaching Angel Reese to make a layup is like teaching an old dog a new trick. It ain't gonna work. Bang! Hey, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you? Have the Angel Reese McBang!
Down exactly what Angel Reese said.
Get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, "I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills." Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary.
That she's earning about $74,000 in her rookie WNBA season, and according to her, that's not even enough to cover rent in Chicago. Now, for most people, $74,000 sounds like a solid paycheck, but Angel, she's acting like she's barely scraping by. The irony? This is the same player who made nearly $1.8 million at LSU through endorsement deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and a dozen other brands, companies that apparently decided retweeting shade was a basketball skill.
Non-basketball sustained her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023. Adam, thoughts?
No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Reese is locked into a 4-year rookie contract worth about $324,000, roughly $81,000 per year. That's less than 5% of what she made as a college influencer. No wonder she famously said, "Hating pays the bills." Let's be real. Her Instagram stories are making her more money than her box scores. At this rate, with all the bricks she's throwing up, the WNBA might as well start charging her for backboard repairs. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here shaping the future of women's basketball, while Angel is building a brand off bad takes and elite-level bricklaying.
Hey, this is the greatest Angel Reese layup you'll ever see. Here we go with the dump-off, ba-da-dum-bum-bum, I'm loving it. Burn! Oh, she getting jiggy with it. Look at that, crisscross, zig-zagging through the lane. Giddy up, yeehaw! Burn! Burn! Now I heard she's ambidextrous. That makes sense, cause she's equally doggy doo-doo with the right and left-handed layup. Bang! Professional basketball player needing to work on her layups is like a fish needing to learn how to breathe underwater. It doesn't make sense! Reese's Puffs! Bang!
Isn't that Angel Reese is struggling financially, because, let's be real, with all her endorsements, she's definitely not. It's the sheer audacity of demanding more money from a league that, wait for it, doesn't even turn a profit. Patrick Bet David pointed out the obvious. In the real world, when a business loses money year after year, it doesn't hand out raises, it hands out pink slips. That's when Adam Snick jumped in with hard facts and things got really interesting.
WNBA and what's her name? Angel Reese. Do it. I fully support your right to strike. So other sports have done it. So other major sports have done it. Here's a quick list for you, PBD. I put this together. Biggest sports strikes in history. 1994, the MLB strike. It was the first time that the World Series was canceled.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
You remember that? In 1998, the NBA went on strike. They canceled the All-Star game for the first time.
No one
the
noticed.
NFL has gone on strike multiple times. 1982, 1987, 2011.
He reminded everyone that yes, the MLB, NBA, NHL, and NFL have all had player strikes, but here's the key difference. Those leagues were making billions when their players walked out. Angel Reese is acting like the WNBA is Apple when, in reality, it's more like your cousin's food truck, barely. Breaking even, and still handing out free samples.
Here's the catch when you're going to go on strike. In 1994, MLB, NBA, NFL, what's the number one revenue sport in America? What do you think it is? The NFL. How much do you think they make? $17 billion. The NBA, a little over $11 billion. The MLB, also $11 billion. The NHL, $7 billion.
Didn't sugarcoat it. The WNBA loses around $50 million every year. That's not a sustainable business. That's a ticking time bomb. For perspective, the NFL pulls in $17 billion, while the NBA and MLB each generate over $10 billion. And the WNBA? They're barely scraping $150 million and still can't turn a profit. It's like trying to run a luxury spa with 2 customers and a lemonade stand budget.
Sorry. Alleged $150 to $200 million company. You're operating at a loss every single year. You've never made money. It's called a zombie company. You're subsidized.
This isn't even a new problem. The WNBA has been operating at a loss since its inception in 1997. That's over 25 years of red ink and broken spreadsheets. You'd think all the buzz around Caitlin Clark would finally push the league into profitability. But even with record ratings and sold-out arenas, the losses are still growing. The truth? The WNBA should have folded years ago. Yet it somehow keeps staggering along, propped up by its much richer big brother, the NBA.
Question for you, Vinny. Real quick, rapid fire.
Go.
WNBA stats. Here we go. You're a sports guy. How many teams are in the WNBA?
9?
No, 13. How many games do they play?
80?
40.
Damn it.
Who won the championship this year and who played in the finals?
The Florida Magics.
No, the New York Liberty beat the Minnesota Lynx. Who exactly?
Scale. The WNBA has only 12 teams, each playing 40 games per season. Even with expansion coming in 2025 with the Golden State Valkyries, it's still nowhere near the NBA's 30 teams and 82-game schedule. Fewer games mean less inventory, less ticket revenue, and less TV money. It's basic math, unless, of course, you're Angel Reese or Dijonai-Carrington.inter.
The MVP. She was unanimous. She got all the votes.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yes.
Yes.
Aja Wilson.
Oh.
You just failed the test,
I'm
buddy.
sorry.
WNBA's coming for you.
Sharing. NBA players take home 50% of the league's earnings, while WNBA players get just 9.3%. Sounds unfair? Until you realize that even with that small percentage, the WNBA still loses money. There just isn't enough revenue to go around. And let's not even start on the attendance gap. Caitlin Clark's Fever games are packed, while, well, anywhere else, including Angel Reese's games, let's just say there are plenty of empty seats.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip, nothing.
No one is saying WNBA players don't deserve respect or recognition, but demanding more money from a league that's running on financial fumes? That's not brave, it's delusional, especially when it's coming from someone like Angel Reese, who's been in the league for 5 minutes and is already acting like she's leading contract negotiations. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is just doing what she does best, dropping dimes, breaking records, and building a legacy without throwing tantrums or threatening walkouts. She lets her game do the talking, while Angel Reese is still figuring out how to make a layup without becoming a meme. So the next time Angel talks about sitting out, maybe someone should remind her people are already sitting out of watching. Her game...
I mean, I'm not huge on comparing the WNBA and the NBA. I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I think a lot of people, or most people, would not believe it's in the place that it is right now. So I think when people always ask me this question, where I think it'll be in 5 years, is it's hard for me to answer because people didn't even think we'd be right here, right now. And I think really sky's the limit. I think when you see, our TV numbers when we're on, national television, we're averaging over 1 million viewers or whatever it is. The All-Star game, I think, was over 4 million viewers. It's just really great numbers. So the more opportunities we're given, I think the more it's going to shine and get better and better. I think also the talent level in college is continuing to get a lot better, and as those players come into the league, and it's going to continue to improve. We're adding 2 new teams next year, and then probably another team year after that.
Some more games.
Yeah, more games, which I think will be good. It'll lengthen the season a little bit more.
To make things even juicier, there's growing tension between WNBA and NBA stars. Remember the spat between Lisa Leslie and Draymond Green? Draymond had the audacity to suggest that WNBA players should focus on growing the game before demanding bigger paychecks. Cue the outrage. But maybe, just maybe, he had a point.
There's a viral clip of Draymond Green basically lecturing one of the greatest players in NBA history, WNBA history. I think it's Lisa Leslie.
Stirred the pot even more by suggesting that NBA players could help boost WNBA salaries, maybe by skipping a night at the casino.
Ourselves to the NBA, but I do feel like the pay gap would be something that, we could just take a donation around the NBA. Maybe one night y'all don't go to the casino.
That might have sounded like a joke to Lisa Leslie, but Draymond Green wasn't laughing. He clapped back hard, making it clear he wasn't having it. According to Draymond, no one supports the WNBA more than NBA players. And to suggest otherwise, that's just ungrateful. His passionate rebuttal only highlighted how tense the relationship between the two leagues has become.
I have something on this, though, because it pisses me off. It pisses me off because I don't think there's anyone in America that supports the WNBA more than NBA players.
100%.
The NBA players support the WNBA
the most.
More than we probably support the NBA.
While all this back and forth drama unfolds, someone unexpected has emerged as the WNBA's saving grace, Caitlin Clark. The league has seen a massive surge in attention, with 2.3 million fans packing arenas, a 48% spike from last season. And who's driving this frenzy? Caitlin Clark. Yet instead of rallying behind the woman single-handedly dragging the league into the mainstream, some veteran players are acting like she's the villain. Enter Patrick Bet-David, who didn't hold back. He warned WNBA players that they should be lighting candles for Clark's health because without her the league might not even exist. This should be a moment where the entire WNBA comes together and celebrates what's working. Instead, salty veterans are jealous of Clark's attention while still demanding bigger paychecks from a league that can barely afford a parking ticket. Maybe Angel Reese should hold off on asking for a raise until she can consistently make a layup in traffic.
And what they need, and by the way, maybe they should play hard, but not flagrant foul, Caitlin Clark, can be, the face of the league. They may not like it's the face of the league. There may be professional jealousies among players, but maybe at face of the league can help things go and get merch, people in seats, and a better TV contract. They're getting a TV contract improvement for the 26th season next year.
Watch this here. To address the financial situation, I ask, the WNBA is, Rob, if you go up and ask the other question as well, ask, is it true that the WNBA makes money when they don't play? Is it true that the WNBA makes money when they don't play? Ask that question.
What does that mean?
Yes. In a way, the WNBA has historically lost money and receives financial support from the NBA, which means that the WNBA games are not played. The league can actually save money by avoiding operating costs. Did you guys understand what happened right there?
Yeah.
So WNBA makes money when so if they go on a strike, the NBA is like, awesome.